Dr. Barbara O'Neill has introduced a successful treatment for diabetes. Due to its effectiveness, people were eager to obtain it until the government banned it from pharmacies. Our sources indicate that this remedy was seen as a threat to the profits of major pharmaceutical companies.
Diabetes is a highly dangerous condition and was the leading cause of heart attacks in 2023, which makes it a profit stream for big pharmaceutical companies that want to sell you their ineffective pills. Today, I will change that fact for them and introduce a new remedy that can completely cure your diabetes and prevent its return.
50% of Americans are either pre-diabetic or diabetic. Now just think about that for a second. Half the population is either pre-diabetic, meaning on their way to having type 2 diabetes, or either diabetic. Now this is really important because diabetes is the leading cause of kidney failure, not just kidney disease, but kidney failure, meaning you're on dialysis. You can see in our neighborhoods, especially in urban neighborhoods, dialysis clinics are just as prevalent as McDonald's are today. Okay. Number two is one of the leading causes of blindness as well too. Also the leading cause of amputation. Also one of the leading causes of heart disease and stroke. It's also one of the leading causes of disability, so being disabled, and also the 7th leading cause of death.
30 million Americans with type 2 diabetes. In a new study, almost half the participants were able to reverse the disease and achieve remission without using drugs or insulin.
Look at this. Look at this. Look. I want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Don't eat nothing watermelon from Walmart.
And even magnetic meat being sold in supermarkets.
The magnet that I got from here into the Great Value Chicken. Let's see. Per diem. Let's try per diem. Here you go.
Why is it doing that? Okay, it is actively bubbling. So.
About to make a salsa. Look at this. Freaking onion see-through, clear. Look at that. Pull it up. Look at that. What the hell? Dude, some fake onion. Look at that.
Warning, the fake fruit in America is now exploded.
Like, how can you explain watermelon that looks like meat?
Cut it open and it was like plastic. Tasting it was absolutely horrible. I didn't really know what to do with it, so I threw it outside. This is a week later. It looks like mud. What's going on?
If we could go in and fix those mistakes, we could save many, many lives and get rid of these diseases. You figure out a part of the DNA sequence that you want to change. Editing becomes possible. Our foundation is funding work to see if we can use CRISPR to knock down mosquito populations dramatically. We're also looking at CRISPR to make better seeds. Using CRISPR to help cure disease is not very controversial, but using CRISPR, you could actually change the DNA that would determine your baby's eye color or skin tone. There's no question CRISPR is going to save a lot of lives. It's going to raise issues, and so I hope you enjoy the book.
Some things must be eliminated. No caffeine. Caffeine causes an insulin response. So caffeine puts a load on the pancreas. How does caffeine cause an insulin response? Well, caffeine, when it goes into the body, creates it's like a crisis or a stress response. That's why people say, oh, I love my coffee, gets me up and going. I say, yeah, that's because you've had a crisis. Of course you'll be up and going if there's a crisis. So caffeine must stop because it causes an insulin response. The other thing that must stop is sugar. All refined sugar must stop. Now for a diabetic, even honey and maple syrup should be kept away from until the pancreas starts working. Once the pancreas starts working, you may be able to have a little bit of maple syrup, maybe a little honey, but definitely no sugar. It's one of the causes. Also, no wheat. And I'm referring particularly to the hybridized wheat, so I'll say an HY here. Also, definitely no alcohol, and definitely no tobacco. These are the main things that should stop when a person has diabetes. There are some things that should not enter if you're looking for optimum performance. So let's now go to law number 4, which is point number 5, which is rest. It's between the hours of 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. that the pancreas, specifically, we're referring to in this lecture, revives, recharges. Allow it to heal by making sure you're sleeping in those hours. Number 6 point is exercise, and we've got exercise here. And the 6th point is proper diet, which is the food. And the 7th point is use of water, and we've got water there. And the 8th law, which will make our 6th point, is trust in divine power. Claiming, and I'll write it here, claiming Ezekiel 36:36, that the heathen that are left round about might know that I, the Lord God, build the ruined places and plant again that which was desolate. For I, the Lord God, hath spoken it, and I will do it. One more point, and we'll make this point 7 with food, always low glycemic index foods. This can make a dramatic difference in maintaining blood glucose levels, is going for your low glycemic index foods. And you can easily download that off the web, or most nutritionists will give you a low glycemic chart. It's not hard to get it. But I've actually given you a little bit of a brief preview. All your berries, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, cherries, boysenberries, they're all low GI foods, and also grapefruit. So they're all your low GI fruits. And probably with your vegetables, the only one that you have to be a little bit cautious of is the white potato. Some say, what about your carrots? Well, you would have to eat truckloads of carrots to actually get the glycemic index up very, very high. At our health retreat, the first 2 days, our guests always juice. So mostly our juices are carrot, celery and apple juices, and their blood glucose levels are always coming down. So these are the basic points to conquer diabetes, and I've seen many people conquer their diabetes by doing that. It's quite simple, but just remember, God made the human body with the ability to heal itself. Thank you.
Everyone is talking about departmentalizing or individualizing disease. When you have diabetes, it's different from having leukemia. The mucous membrane of our biological structure has been compromised, meaning that the mucous membrane has been broken. Depending where the mucus is located would determine the disease that you would manifest. The compromising of the mucous membrane, manifesting in 1,000 different ways. So that led Ma'a and I to think about not only addressing to one part of the body, but to address the total body, because the body is all interconnected and interrelated. We can't treat one side without the other. An intracellular cleansing, cleaning every cell that makes up every organ and system that totals the biological you, meaning cleaning all of you.
What if I told you there are natural cures and alternatives to reversing diabetes that those in charge don't want you to know about? Yep, that's right. While they push their usual prescriptions, we've uncovered some shocking natural remedies that could change everything. Ever wonder why these aren't front-page news? Maybe because they actually work.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill has introduced a successful treatment for diabetes. Due to its effectiveness, people were eager to obtain it until the government banned it from pharmacies. Our sources indicate that this remedy was seen as a threat to the profits of major pharmaceutical companies. Let's hear what Dr. Barbara said about this situation.
Heart disease, heart attacks, strokes and kidney problems are direct results of diabetes. Until recently, there was no escape from that. Diabetes is a highly dangerous condition and was the leading cause of heart attacks in 2023, which makes it a profit stream for big pharmaceutical companies that want to sell you their ineffective pills. Today, I will change that fact for them. and introduce a new remedy that can completely cure your diabetes and prevent its return. Why are these pills better than those on the market? It's because they don't just suppress your symptoms, they tackle the root cause of your high blood sugar, offering a lasting cure. No matter your age, 30, 60, or even 90 years old, these pills will deliver 100% guaranteed results. Curing diabetes is not the only benefit. These pills also enhance blood circulation, aiding your body in thoroughly cleansing your vessels. All headaches, fatigue, feeling thirsty or hungry all the time, and blurred vision will vanish within a day, never to return. The question is, are these pills for life, like metformin and others, or can you stop taking them? Once you have maintained stable blood sugar for 7 consecutive days, you can stop taking them and your blood sugar will remain normal permanently. Simply take 1 pill a day in the morning on an empty stomach and live your life free from the limitations of diabetes. These pills were banned from pharmacies, so you can order them online for now. I will leave the link to order below this video. Act now and don't miss this opportunity to lead a healthier life starting today.
Thanks to our ever-changing, not-so-healthy lifestyles, constant stress, and lack of physical or mental exercise, the world is now facing diabetes like never before. It's turning into a global pandemic. Can you believe that the prevalence of diabetes has jumped from 4% in 1995 to an estimated 5.4% by 2025?
Especially for cardiologists, because we know that this causes cardiovascular disease, which is the #1 cause of death. It causes heart attacks, congestive heart failure, blindness, dementia, peripheral vascular disease. And we know that diabetes is on the up. And we know that there's 500 million people on this planet who have diabetes. This burden is huge. And we know that there's 1.5 million new cases of diabetes every year. This is an epidemic. We've never seen this before. Even 40 years ago, we didn't have this type of diabetes. So obviously, we talked about this in my previous videos. I said that it is mostly the diet and the lifestyle and what we're eating and how we're eating and how frequently we're eating. And that's the root cause of this problem.
Diabetes is both a genetic and lifestyle disease where your blood sugar level gets too high.
Pre-diabetes is when your insulin levels are running so high, but your sugars are still okay because it's just taking a whole lot of insulin to keep your sugars under control. Now, the day that your sugar goes out of control, you say, oh, your sugars are high now because the insulin can't keep it down. Say, oh, you're a diabetic now. And when the patient becomes a diabetic, then you do the angiograms, the CT scans, and you do the work and say, oh my God, all your arteries are clogged up. And but it didn't happen overnight. You earned it. Now, this should scare all of you, and I hope that you take this home. It takes 10 to 15 years of pre-diabetes to develop diabetes. That means the process actually starts in your 30s and 40s when the bad lifestyle and the sugar intake and the frequency of eating causes hyperinsulinemia. So you have high insulin. So now when I eat a meal, instead of making this much insulin, I have to have this much insulin. And as the years go by, I make more and more and more insulin. Why am I making more insulin? Because I'm becoming resistant to insulin.
And once you're diagnosed, you're usually stuck taking anti-diabetic medicines for life. Sounds fun, right? But what exactly is diabetes doing to us? Well, it's slowly deteriorating our overall health and reducing our lifespan. Now, before you panic and start Googling every symptom, let's help you out. Watch out for these warning signs. If you're suddenly peeing like there's no tomorrow, feeling as thirsty as a camel in the desert, and constantly hungry even after a feast, something might be up. Add to that extreme fatigue that makes you want to nap standing up, blurry vision that turns everything into a Monet painting, and cuts and bruises that seem to take forever to heal. If you're shedding pounds while eating like a horse, type 1, or experiencing weird tingling pain or numbness in your hands and feet, type 2, it's time for a serious chat with your doctor. Men want an alternative. Brace yourselves. The diabetes care devices market in the United States is set to skyrocket, with projected revenue hitting a jaw-dropping $11.71 billion in 2024. But wait, it gets even scarier. With an annual growth rate, CAGR 2024 to 2029, of 11.59%, we're looking at a monstrous market volume of $20.26 billion by 2029. That's right, folks. Diabetes care is becoming big business, and those numbers are climbing faster than your blood sugar after a donut binge, and with major side effects. Ever heard of the headaches, congestion, flushing, and heartburn? Yeah, that's the lovely cocktail you get with those quick fixes. All that discomfort for a temporary solution with no real long-term benefits? Seriously, who signed us up for this? It's no wonder men everywhere are holding out for something better. So what's the alternative? Stay tuned, because the quest for a real, lasting solution is on.
China has achieved a significant medical milestone. They have successfully cured a diabetes patient. How so? Using a pioneering cell therapy. After only 3 months of treatment, the patient was no longer dependent on insulin injections. Our next report telling you more.
There just might be hope for those suffering from diabetes. In a significant medical milestone, Chinese scientists have successfully cured a patient's diabetes. How did they achieve this feat? Using a groundbreaking cell therapy. A team from Shanghai Changzheng Hospital, the Center for Excellence in Molecular Cell Science, and Renji Hospital have developed this treatment. All the details have been detailed in the journal Cell Discovery. The patient underwent the cell transplant in July 2021. Within 11 weeks, he no longer required external insulin.
While it's tough to completely ditch the meds, there are natural and alternative home remedies that can help you keep those sugar levels in check. But hold on, don't rush into anything without talking to your alternative physician first. They'll help you avoid any complications. Ready to explore these natural wonders? Let's dive in. 1. Bitter gourd or chlorella. Meet your new best friend in the fight against diabetes. Bitter gourd, aka chlorella. This veggie is packed with plant insulin polypeptide P, which helps tackle hyperglycemia, those pesky high sugar levels. Plus, it contains 2 rock stars, cheratin and momorticin, which are crucial for lowering blood sugar levels. How to use it? 1. In your meals. Consume chlorella once a week, whether as a subzi or in a curry. 2. As a juice. Slice the bitter gourd and scrape away the flesh to remove the seeds. Add the sliced vegetable to a blender and blend until it becomes juice. Drink 1 small glass of this juice on an empty stomach every morning. It's not the tastiest option, but hey, your blood sugar will thank you. Mango leaves, the secret weapon against diabetes. Who knew that your favorite tropical fruit's leaves could double as a diabetes-fighting hero? Fresh mango leaves are a surprisingly effective home remedy for managing and treating diabetes. How to use? 1. Powder power. Wash and sun-dry those tender mango leaves. Grind them into a fine powder. Mix the powder with water and drink it twice daily, morning and night. It's like a magical mango leaf elixir. 2. Leafy tea. Boil some fresh mango leaves in a glass of water. Let it cool overnight. Patience is a virtue, right? Drink this mango-infused water first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. A refreshing start to your day. So next time you're munching on a mango, remember, the leaves are more than just a decoration. Exercise, the secret weapon against diabetes. Ever feel like your doctor is auditioning for a fitness instructor role? They're always pushing for you to stay active and exercise regularly. But what if I told you they're onto something? Exercise must be the superhero in the battle against diabetes.
Well, it is weight loss, and particularly if you can lose the weight around your tummy. I did it via 5'2". I lost around 10 kilos, around 22 pounds in 12 weeks. And that was okay. But since then, I've come across work done by Professor Roy Taylor at Newcastle University. And what he's shown is that if you lose around 10 to 12% of your body weight, which is kind of what I did, then in 87% of people who are newly diagnosed, they can reverse their type 2 diabetes. I don't call it cure, because I suspect if I put on the weight, it would come back again.
Exercise isn't just about breaking a sweat. It's about breaking the cycle. Not only can exercise boost your fitness and support weight loss, but it also turns your body into an insulin superhero. When you work out, your body becomes extra responsive to insulin, making it work more effectively. But before you don your spandex and leap into action, there's a twist. You need a guide, a wise professional to steer you through this epic journey. Consult them before diving into a new exercise routine. They'll help you harness your newfound power safely and effectively. Cinnamon, the spice that's more than just nice.
You know, cinnamon is the most consumed spice in the world. What does it do? Well, it's an anti-inflammatory, it's antimicrobial, it can kill microbes, as well as candida overgrowth in other parts of their body. It also has anti-cancer properties. But the big benefit that I want to talk about is the anti-diabetic effects.
Who knew that cinnamon, the star of your grandma's apple pie, could also kick diabetes butt? This spice isn't just tasty, it's a health hero. A top-notch clinical trial tested it on 140 folks with type 2 diabetes over 3 months. Participants got either 2 cinnamon capsules daily or a placebo. Drum roll please, the cinnamon group saw amazing results. Less body fat, lower BMI, lower fasting glucose, better A1C levels, improved insulin production, and healthier lipid levels. The magic worked best on those with a BMI over 27, proving cinnamon really loves everybody. So sprinkle that cinnamon on your oatmeal and know that you're not just spicing up breakfast, you're fighting diabetes too. Onion, the unexpected hero in the diabetes saga. Who knew that the humble onion could play a starring role in the battle against diabetes? An animal study on rabbits munching on dried onion powder discovered it had blood sugar lowering powers, anti-hyperglycemic if you want to impress your friends. But the story doesn't end there. Enter the rats, our next set of brave test subjects. They reveal that a bioactive compound in onions might help lower blood glucose levels. Then, in a plot twist, the humans join the fray. A study on diabetes patients finds that onion juice actually helps reduce blood sugar. But before you run to your kitchen and start chugging onion smoothies, please consult an Ayurvedic physician before diving into any herbal remedies. Fiber and barley, your dynamic duo for diabetes. Want to keep your blood sugar in check and feel like a health superhero? Say hello to fiber. Eating fiber can help lower your blood sugar and insulin levels. But here's the catch. You need around 30 grams a day. Most Americans are barely getting 6 to 8 grams, which is like trying to fill a pool with a teaspoon. Sure, you could turn to fiber supplements like Metamucil. Hello, psyllium husk. But why not take a tastier route? Enter veggies. Nature's way of saying, hey, eat me, I'm good for you. Now let's talk about barley. This high-fiber, high-protein grain is like the overachiever of the grain world. It's got the goods to help improve blood sugar, insulin levels, cholesterol, and even general inflammation. The best part? Barley doesn't need soaking and cooks in less than 15 minutes with just water and a pinch of salt. Fast, easy, and oh so healthy. So next time you're thinking about your diet, remember, fiber and barley are here to save the day. Get ready to cheer for the most unexpected star in the diabetes saga, aloe vera. Aloe vera is here to save the day. Yes, that spiky green plant lounging on your windowsill might just have the potential to help manage diabetes. Intrigued? Let's dive into this botanical blockbuster. A study of a group of lab animals, think of them as tiny furry warriors, discovered that aloe vera can potentially lower blood glucose levels and boost their cell's ability to use glucose. It's like giving their cell a pep talk. Come on, team, we can do this. Aloe vera doesn't stop there. Oh no, it goes straight to the source, those hard-working pancreatic cells. It might just help them secrete more insulin. It's like aloe vera is whispering sweet nothings to your pancreas, encouraging it to keep up the good work. High blood sugar levels can be a real pain. Literally. Over time, they can damage your nerves, messing with your vision and causing painful sensations in your feet, hands, and other parts of your body. But fear not. Some folks are turning to acupuncture to give that pain the boot. This ancient Chinese practice, thousands of years old, involves poking you with tiny needles. Sounds fun, right? Surprisingly, it kind of is. These little needles release brain chemicals that help reduce your sensitivity to pain. A small research trial and pilot study even suggests that acupuncture might be a prominent treatment for diabetes-related nerve pain, aka peripheral neuropathy. From type A to type Z of diabetes, knowing your enemy is half the battle won. Early detection, that's your secret weapon. And when it comes to throwing punches, lifestyle tweaks, vigilant checkups, and cutting-edge treatments are your best combo. As researchers keep up their lab-coat shenanigans, there's real hope on the horizon for even cooler innovations. So here's to less sugar and more life as we continue to outsmart diabetes, one healthy choice at a time.
Right now, we have 412 million diabetics walking the planet. That is 7% of the world's population. And that will likely go up to 700 million by the year 2030 if we do nothing. There won't be public health, there won't be health care, because Medicare will be broke by the year 2026 unless we turn chronic disease around. Think of it this way. The food industry grosses $1.46 trillion a year, of which 45% is gross profit. That's $657 billion a year in gross profit. But healthcare costs $3.2 trillion a year, of which 75% of that is chronic metabolic disease, of which 75% of that is preventable if we changed our diet. So 75% of 75% of 3.2 trillion, that's $1.8 trillion wasted down a rat hole. We lose triple what the food industry makes. That is unsustainable. Something has to give.